welcome race fans here to another exciting Sunday afternoon racing here with Global Racing League as they get ready to take on Iowa Speedway for round number 2. We'd like to say thank you everybody out there for joining us here today. This afternoon. Hopefully everybody had a great lunch as we're gonna call some fast action-packed racing here tonight. Yeah, I got a little tongue-tied there, but this is Robert A. Moyer Jr. up here in the booth at Freaky Fast, accompanied by Lee Tidwell. How you doing, sir?
You know, it's just another wonderful Sunday here at Global Racing League, getting ready to take on Iowa Speedway, a .89 mile D-shaped funky little oval that, depending on that track temperature, can be really, really loose or really, really tight. And these guys, as we've talked about from last week and the season opener, this is an open setup race. So tinkering with the setups, you know, depending on that track temperature, being able to make those adjustments. We're going to see just who is the best of the best when it comes to not only driver versus driver, but team versus team in setting up these vehicles.
That is correct, as we'll see what these guys all came down with after practicing all week here at Iowa Speedway. It's going to be a fun track here, city of Newton, USA. So we'll have to see what these guys did, and hopefully all the practice that they put in here, applies to the track, and they have some good runs here, as this is, like I said, round number 2 here with Global Racing League. So it's going to be fun to see. We're going to have a back-to-back winner for the first time, or are we going to see a new winner this week, Lee?
Yeah, Brendan Book winning last week in that number 4 ButtKicker machine. He has run the fastest lap in practice at a 23.170. So, you know, that 23.1, 23.2, that's what it's going to take. It'll take sub 23.2 to take the pole probably here this evening. So the track is cool at the moment, sitting at a cool 66 degrees. But I tell you what, as you see that track temperature inch up, you'll start seeing these trucks getting tighter and tighter and tighter until that outside wall starts feeling like it's got a tractor beam just sucking you in. Bill Cook in the house from Newcastle, Indiana. Hello, Mr. Cook. Good to see you again, man. It's been like 6 months.
Yeah, I haven't seen Bill Cook in a while. Hopefully everybody is going to enjoy this afternoon show here with these guys. And Freaky Fast real quick wants to say Merry Christmas to all. Hopefully everybody got what they wanted, as we're finally over that Christmas holiday now, Lee, and we're getting ready for the New Year's. But hopefully everybody enjoyed Christmas dinner, opening presents, seeing friends and family, and just enjoying this past weekend. So if you did, put us out there on chat. What did you get? Did you get what you wanted for Christmas? Or did what did you get for Christmas? Anything that's sim racing related, or I don't care. Did you get a coffee pot? Yeah, let us know.
Did you get a coffee pot? We know someone's thinking about coffee right now.
Right. Well, of course. You could have got a can of soda with a funnel cake, and a Mountain Dew.
Dude, if I would love a funnel cake. Oh no, the 50's spilling.
And around he goes. Oh, and he gets clipped. And you know what? Everybody out there, this track is awesome. It is a really, really fun track to race. But turn 1, it's bumpy. It's very, very, very bumpy out there. So if you don't have your truck set up right to go through turn 1 and 2, you're gonna head to the wall, like you said. And if the track gets heated up a little bit more, get more rubber down, these trucks are going to start pushing, like you said, and you're going to head towards that wall coming out of turn 2. So I think that's where we need to watch a lot of stuff today.
Yeah, that turns 1 and 2 up high, as you said, Rob, just bumpy. I mean, bumpy is all get out. You don't want to get up there. It's all about, we talk about rhythm tracks all the time, but this is one of those tracks that you really do. You've got to work that brake just as much as you work that throttle. Kind of like a bristle when it comes to that. So it's going to be interesting to see where we have qualifying at as we get set for qualifying.
That is
Yeah, but the car's coming back out. As I'm being told through Discord that I am not very loud on the
Yeah.
broadcast.
Yep. Sorry, I was adjusting. I got you all the way up. I can't do no more.
All right. Let's do this. Is that a little bit better?
Oh, now I gotta turn you down.
Hang on, I'll adjust me. There we go. How's that sound?
All right. Well, let me get you here, set it, and we'll see if the fans let us know. We'll see how that is.
Yeah, and that's the thing about being, for lack of a better term, a dynamic speaker. Someone who goes from low to highs and volume crescendos and things like that. It's hard to set up a mic that's not going to blow out, but also elevate when the more laid back, quieter times are happening. Right now, the number 87 on the pole, that is going to be Stephen Comer, running a 23.292. There's speed out there to beat him. Brooks, now running a quick time of 23.292.
And you said, Lee, low 23s is what we're looking at here in qualifying.
Yeah, so there's still some trucks out there running, and still some time to be made. But Brooks on the pole at the moment at a 23.292. Kenny Heath now up to fourth. Nice lap for him. And Brent Balance is going to say, nope, you get back down in fifth position. The number 2 machine now sitting in fourth. So then Candelara sitting in third at the moment at a 23.429 as we are watching the number 2 machine. Brent Balance right now jumping up to third position at 23.416. So yeah, these guys, they've been working this entire week in the official races, getting these trucks set up, being prepared to run here this evening. So you're going to see where practice come in. You're going to see where the setups come in. It's going to be very interesting. And then right there, last week's winner, Brendan Book, says, let me show you a good time, fellas. 23.169 for Brendan Book, jumped to the pole. He has set himself up as the man to beat right now as the first race winner, and now pole setting again, second week straight.
Yeah, I was ready to say that is a fast lap. Almost into the 22s there, high 22s. That is cruising. That's fast, especially at a track like this. As you can see how bumpy this track is, just watch the back end of these trucks, guys, out there. It just bounce, 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 bounce. I mean, it's a rough track.
It really is. John Garrett able to improve up to 7th position to 23.551 in that number 66 machine. And that should be our last qualifier of the evening, as we will get set to run down that starting grid in just a moment. Actually, in about 55 seconds, we'll have that starting grid ready for you. But as you can see there on the left side of your screen from qualifying, Book will be in first, Brooks in second, Commerce third, Brent Balance in fourth, Candelara will be in fifth position, Weimer in sixth, Garrett seventh, Heath eighth, Brown ninth, and Brian will be in 10th, Rowan in 11th, Harris 12th, Williams 13th, Lester in 14th, Rush 15th, and Ramon Clark in 16th position. So 16 cars gridding up here at Iowa. And that's one of the things that you do see. When you see the super speedways, you see everybody and their uncle want to come out. When you get to that 1.5 mile oval, you get, those cookie cutter type tracks, you get the regulars. But then when you get those short tracks, the field seems to decrease at some point. But it's also the people that like to run the short tracks, which usually cut down on the cautions.
That is very, very true. All right, well, Lee already went through the qualifying results, but I will bring them back up just to show everybody, as we did have 3 vehicles not take a qualifying time here, Lee. Just shocked the 46, Josh. Didn't take a qualifying time. So, yeah, 16, 7. We're going to have 19 cars gridding out here tonight or afternoon.
Shane Posey. So, okay, so that's my team. I have no idea what was going on with them. So, Shane Posey, part of Don't Panic Esports. No, says privateer there, but he's part of Don't Panic. Him and Josh Benoit not qualifying, but Book, also part of Don't Panic Esports, going and pops himself on the pole. So we're at the front and the back with Don't Panic. You also got Snell Motorsports being represented there in second place by Dale Brooks. Reaper Motorsports, Stanley Comer in third position. At the top, Motorsports with Brett Balance in fourth. Lazy Lizard being represented by number 98. So we've got all the teams represented in the top 5. This should be interesting.
Yeah, I was just ready to say, all teams looking good for race number 2 here as we're getting ready to roll here for 200 laps. So welcome everybody again. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on both platforms if you don't mind, and we do much appreciate it. And John Smith, thank you for the notification. That's right, you can do it that way, and that's awesome that he actually used the code to subscribe on Facebook. They're freaky fast. So, John Smith, thank you very much, sir.
Have you noticed since the last update, the pace car drivers are drunk? When they come off of pit road to begin any race at most tracks, especially Miami, they drive directly into the wall.
Oh,
That's
really?
hard right, boom, into the wall. And I think this one did as well. So, we might have to watch that on the replay. But, I think that the pace car driver has been in the tequila a little bit too much eggnog this holiday season.
Yuck.
Yeah, I'm not an eggnog type person either. I don't like eggnog. It's too, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
milky, thicky, gooey, nasty
crap.
Yeah, just like eggnog should go with fruitcake or something.
All right. I don't blame you. It looks like we have a vehicle that did not, they're sitting in pit road. We got Jeff and Will Rush did not come out here on the grid there, Lee. So I don't know if they're having a little bit of technical problems.
Yeah, Jeff Weimer and the number 73 and William Rush not coming out, so going to be interesting to see. Maybe they just wanted to start at the end of the field. We do not know, as we do not have access to the race communications. They do not use iRacing communications in Global Racing League. All communications, every one of these teams are in their own team channel in a Discord right now, speaking to each other, talking about this race, planning strategy, and the pace car pulls off and gets set for 200 laps. Brendan Book will bring them to the line with Brooks on the outside. 200 with the Global Racing League here at Iowa Speedway. Book will take them into one with the lead. Brooks in second. Comer third, Balance fourth. And Candelera will be in fifth position. We're kind of shaking it out. Kenny Heath back there as well. As they're bunching it up, about seventh on back there in the back is Book and Brooks are starting to look like they're going to check out. I know it's only one lap, but that's a good little jump there by Brendan Book and Dale Brooks, who have taken the lead here as we come out of 3 and 4 to be completion of lap number 2 of 200. So it's a long race, Robert. And right now, these guys, not having to get on the brakes too hard when they go into the turns. They're able to hug that bottom. Car not running too tight right now. We haven't seen anyone slap that wall. So good track temperature, 66 degrees. And the track's racing right now. As you can see, people working multiple grooves and multiple lines.
Yeah, they look very, very good out there. Everybody's getting single file. Take your time. 200 laps. It's, see what your setup's going to do. See what the temperature is. Like you said, they practice all week, so I'm not sure. Does the lead run the same temperatures that the iRacing schedule does, or tries to get it pretty close to it, or is this dynamic weather?
dynamic weather, I believe.
Oh, so they got to deal with. So they could have came in tonight's race with a different setup with something, and and that's the thing with open setup leagues. Your first couple laps, you really got to just take it easy and run the track and run the race and just see what your setup's going to do, so you know what kind of adjustments you want to do on your first pit stop.
Brooks in that number 32 coming and charging off of turn number 4. Book hung to the inside. The inside is not a good place to be here at Iowa, because you want to get up and be able to drift up that track a little bit, but the tire's not used up as much, and Book is going to hold on to the lead but still be stuck down there on the inside. Dale Brooks in that 32 working the high side, coming out of 3 and 4. A little bit wiggly there, and we come across the line nose to nose. Brooks with the advantage now going into 1. And we ran a practice race, I believe it was last night, and the track temperature was 80 degrees, and it was so tight, it plowed like a dump truck. And you got to think, who adjusted their setups based off of that race?
Yep.
And then come in here tonight with a 68-degree track temperature, nearly 12-degree difference there.
Oh yeah, that's huge. That's huge when it comes to an open setup. It can throw the balance off of the car, as we do got a new leader there now in that 32. Brooks is going to take it over. Oh yeah, that's a tongue twister there, Lee.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, Brooks with an S and Book with no S. Okay, I can do that. And an R. Okay, we got it.
And then as we go on back through the field, the number 87, Stanley Comer in 3rd position. William Brown in the 27 will be in 4th. McCain Candelara in the 98 will be in 5th position. In 6th will be that number 2 of Brent Balance. In 7th, the 66 of John Garrett. In 8th, moving all the way up to 8th, look at there, starting in the back of the pack, the 83 of Shane Posey. Upsets me that our broadcast is not showing. He is running the freaky fast paint tonight. And our broadcast is not showing it, and it is breaking my heart. But we will have it fixed for next week. But yeah, Shane Posey has been the chosen one to run the season-long freaky fast paint scheme here for Global Racing League. So we go behind Posey, Andrew Harris in that number 51. Behind Harris, Josh Benoit, who also started without qualifying, in 10th position now in that number 46 machine. Ramon Clark in the number 50 will be in 11th. We see Stephen Bryant in the number 26 will be in 12th position. 13th will be Peter Rowan in that Gotham City Batman machine in the number 75. Derek Cook in the 69 will be in 14th position. In 15th will be Michael Lester in the El Diablo number 6. He's very proud of El Diablo. In 16th, Quentin Williams in the number 22, that turbo-inspired paint scheme. I like that movie, the Real Fast Snail. Turbo. Yeah,
that's cool. Turbo, movie. And that's where I think that's where the name of the team came from, and just in general.
The 73 of Jeff Weimer in 17th position. Kenny Heath will be in 18th position in that number 5. Look at Kenny uploading a picture. Go, Kenny. Kenny from Philly, born and raised on the playground where he spent most of his days. I'm not going to quote the rest of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, even though I could if I wanted to. Race for the lead is Brendan Book. Now looking to the inside of Brooks. We go into 1 and 2. The 4 of the ButtKicker machine of Brendan Book to the inside of Dale Brooks, who's on the high side, almost touches that wall. Comer will be right behind them in the 87. Behind Comer will be William Brown in the 4th position in the 27. We bring it through 3 and 4. The leaders will be side by side. Book to the inside, Brooks to the high side. Brooks is going to overtake Book, regain the lead. Book will slide into second. Comer now looking for a momentum change, coming from the high side there in that 87 machine. Right behind Comer, as I said, William Brown in the number 27. And then you've got Brent Balance in the number 2 starting to make his move. Brooks is blinking a bit, and that can be concerning for Brendan Book.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to see any blinking. As man, these top 4 guys out here, as Dale, Brandon, and Connor and Williams, man, they're looking really good out here right now. How's that, Comer?
Comer, yeah, Comer,
Sorry,
that
sorry, my
87.
bad.
He is biding his time. And just watching these front two, because they're racing each other. Book and Brooks is not going to give up that spot easily. But look, Brooks got hung on that high side 1 and 2. We talked about how bumpy it is up there, Robert, and you can see the momentum he lost from just bouncing around.
Yeah, I'm shocked, actually, to be honest with you, with that 4 there, ButtKicker sponsored machine. I'm shocked that he can run that low line. I mean, again, this is open setup, so it looks like he adjusted his truck to run that low line, which is very, very shocking, because that, like you said, Lee, that's not the preferred line. The preferred line is right where that 32 is running, you know, roughly around that area. As we got the 87 now, he's trying to run that line too that Brooks is running.
Yeah, he's looking down on that inside. Comer is the 87. I ran the setup that Brooks is running, and it is a long run setup. And around now, lap 20, your tires start coming in, and you can hug that line and really either make up time or pull out some lead. And that is what Brendan Book is doing at the moment. Comer in 3rd position is now going to give Dale Brooks all he can handle, and Brett Balance is now starting to catch up with William Brown, who is in 4th position. That separation is now only a second long, so Balance is starting to make a move.
Yeah, if we're watching, watch the 32. He is loose coming out of 4 there, Lee. That truck is not handling 20 laps into this run here, as it's loose for him. He's wheeling it.
Yeah, it's plowing too, there in 1 and 2 coming out. You can see how the time gap is just being depleted lap after lap, and Comer looks like he's just looking for that opening now of when's going to be the best time to slide up either underneath or over top. Brooks is having a hard time holding it down here on lap 23 of 200 with the Global Racing League. Hello to everyone out there on Facebook and YouTube. Eggnog is good with rum, says John Smith. Man, look, rum's good. I can do some rum. Rum does not like me, though. I like rum. Rum does not like me. I couldn't have been a pirate.
I don't do rum, so I wouldn't know.
So everyone out there on Facebook and YouTube, if you're watching, give us a like, a subscribe, follow, notifications, all that good stuff, so you can keep up with not only the Global Racing League. You can search them on Facebook at GRL Racing. But you can also keep up with everything that Freaky Fast does, which is the premier broadcaster of sim racing here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. I don't care what the platform is. The Freaky Fast is on it. I mean, just look at what you're seeing right now, especially on the YouTube side of things in 1440, 4K resolution. You don't get that from any other broadcast.
It's actually 2K.
Let me go with it, man. It sounded good. They called up to Kenny Heath.
But still, it's 2K, though. A lot of people don't do 1440p, but thank you. But,
Heath taps the wall. And then Comer gets brushed up with him, going to get passed by Balance and Williams. Whoa. And now here comes Posey charging underneath. The two of Balance got a little tight, got up into the wall. Comer's going to pass him. Posey in the 46.
Whoa.
Looking underneath. He's going to door touch with Balance. Going to go underneath him and underneath Comey. Comey, excuse me.
Wow, that was a power move.
No, it's not Shane Posey. Excuse me. It's Josh Benoit. Benoit has moved up to 4th position. Benoit and Posey are both, since Posey's in the Freaky Fast. But in your stuff, he's still in a yellow truck, so it messes me up. Benoit is in the 46. But, man, what a move by Benoit. But everything happened right there as they started approaching lap traffic. And then some calamity ensued. Luckily, no yellow and no one, it looks like, damage too awful bad, but it did shake up our top 5. Brendan Book will continue to lead. Brooks in second, Brown in third, Benoit now fourth, Brent Balance fifth, John Garrett will be in sixth position in that number 66. Then you're going to have Comer and Ramon Clark moves up to 8th position. Candelera in 9th, and Harris will be in 10th. Posey up to 11th position.
Oh.
Lap 30 of 200. No cautions as of yet. As you're looking at the 50 of Ramon Clark, now the 87 of Stanley Comer. Comer's coming into the pits. He was damaged on that. You can see.
Yeah, I think he said enough was enough. Something's not right with the setup, because the two and him were just smacking the wall and loose and all over the place. So he said enough was enough there, Lee. It's time to hit pit road.
Brendan Book has now pulled out a 2-second lead over second place Dale Brooks. As that Don't Panic Esports number 4 ButtKicker truck is showing out right now.
It's okay. Don't panic. He's in the lead.
Don't panic.
I got to come up with nicknames for that. I like the name of the team. Don't panic. It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't panic. It's okay.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it means a lot. Especially that's why the Book came up to the backside there of Rowan. I got a little wiggly as he had a good run on it. But Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, usually the freaky fast broadcasting machine, no matter if you see it in a cup race, in a truck race, and super late model, ARCA, whatever, it's the number 42. It's from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So don't panic, ladies and gentlemen. Don't panic. Looking at Brett Balance in the number 2. Balance is running in the 5th position as he's going underneath William Brown now. This is going to be a battle. And you've got John Garrett right there mixed along with them. So this is 4th, 5th, and 6th. Can Balance hold that inside line and keep the momentum? It looks like he does until the center of the turn, and then that outside, Robert, gets a little bit quicker of a start. See if it happens in 3 and 4 as well. Yeah, Balance.
Yeah, right there, middle.
Yep.
Right in the middle of the turn, everybody. You can see that 27 just getting a better launch, better grip up there.
Yeah, it looks like the 2 of Balance is starting to get real tight there in the center of the corner and pushing up. Woo! Pushing up the 69 there, Cook. Almost got mixed up in that, but that gives Balance the opportunity to maybe get the momentum here underneath Brown. Coming out of 4, they're going to be door to door, but no. Brown almost side slaps the wall, but has a heck of a run off of 4. But now here comes Balance once again down on the inside. That inside, you've got the advantage in 1 and 3, but exiting 2 and 4, that high line has the run. And I'm not sure if Balance is going to be able to pull off the pass. And as I say that, he had his closest opportunity there, but you saw how he got tight. And he had to lift and probably get on that brake a little harder than he wanted to.
Yeah, the problem is that you get the truck pinched and you're turning the wheel so hard down there that it just plows, like you said, and it just the truck on the outside is not giving your line. You can run down there, but you need to exit to be able to exit up to the wall. And when you got a truck underneath you, like we see the 27 and the 66 now here battling it, we'll see what that 66 can do of John here. Yeah, Garrett here. We'll see if he can make that pass. The truck looks a little bit better under there than the 2 did.
Yeah, it's a little bit more stable as they're coming up on the lap car. The 26 is Stephen Bryan, who is going to try to stay high there, but that disrupted the rhythm of William Brown, and it would allow Garrett to jump into 4th position. And now Balance is going to slide down underneath. Can he make it stick this time? No. Once again, Brown's got that momentum on the high side.
Yeah, I don't think he can do it.
Now 40 laps on these tires. It's hard to stick it to the bottom and leave it there. Let's see how Brendan Book is doing in the front. Is he still running that low line? And he is. He's still just running that bottom. But he's got nobody to the outside and able just to drift it up to that wall. and running that preferred line. And Book has taken off a 3.5 second lead over second place Dale Brooks. And now Josh Benoit has moved all the way up to third and is only half a second behind Dale Brooks. Dadgummit, Brooks and Book is hard.
We have the tongue twister going. I started it. Sorry.
Lap 42 of 200. They're on lap 43, but I had to say that. It was lap 42.
Well, I'm telling you what, that 46 there, Benoit, he's looking faster right now as his last lap around here. Let's see here. He did a 24.6 to Dale's 24.7. So he is faster than the second place truck right now, and you can see it. He's mowing him down.
Yeah, I told you that the don't panic setup right now, you know, they haven't went through and started messing with it too much, it looks like, especially Book, and now you can see how Benoit's working it. It's a long run setup. And the longer the run goes, the quicker you are compared to the rest. And look at him diving underneath Brooks. And now Don't Panic Esports will be 1-2 here at Iowa on lap 45 of 200.
His nickname is Smooth.
Smooth. Josh Benoit.
He's smooth as a baby's butt.
I was going to say smooth as silk, but, you know.
Okay, well, that's not even close, but we'll see what he can do. These two teammates here, first and second, probably running the same setup with minor tweaks to their driving style. So we'll see what Josh can do, see if he can gain on him or do they just plateau out as right now Book is running a 24.5s to Josh's 24.6s. So he's a little off, not too much. So
yeah, Book just ran into a whole bunch of lap traffic though, so that's going to slow his lap time. His last one 24.53, yeah, and 24.6 for Benoit. Book's 24.66, 24.7 for Garrett in fourth. So even the lap traffic, Book was still. Now Benoit was 3/100ths of a second faster than him, so that lap traffic did slow it up just a bit. So smooth Josh Benoit, forward to race. You got Brett Balance in that number 2. Balance is going to be running in 5th position, trying to chase down the 66 of John Garrett. He's got the 75 of Peter Rowan, a lap car. He's in 14th position. But Rowan's still got a little bit here on lap 48. It's interesting in these open races to watch the way the setups either come in or how they just lose them, or how it's so odd how you can have a setup that is really good at the beginning, not very good on those mid runs, and then around lap 50 or so, poof, just take off.
Yep. And vice versa. Some setups are good, you know, depending on what you want, short run speed, you know, and that might play a factor at the end of the race. As you know, we don't know if we're going to have a yellow. Right now, we are caution-free, 50 laps here with Global Racing League. So good start as we got pit road is now opening up as we got Peter and Derek entering pit road right now, lap 50.
So we're back on the 46 of Josh Benoit, who was looking at Quentin Williams in that 22 machine. Benoit has Candelera right in front of him. Candelera lap down in 13th position. Going to give it up easily, but look at Brooks as he's not too far behind, half a second. But now with both of them having to deal with lap traffic, as you've got Quentin Williams and Andrew Harris, 11th and 12th. They're battling for position, the 22 and the 51. The 22 to the inside. Williams is getting pushed along there by the 51 of Andrew Harris. Harris got right to the backside of him. That's it. That's a battle for position.
Wow.
And just pushed him along. And, I didn't know if Williams was going to retaliate. Here comes the 46 from Benoit to the inside of Williams. Brooks is now going to dive it down to the inside. Williams is going to let it up and go. That's all right, 51. I got your number, Harris.
Oh, we got a lot of half the field about a lap down already here, everybody.
Yeah, and just continues as the 4 of Brendan Book now with his eyes set on Michael Lester in the number 6. He is running in 9th position.
I do apologize to the viewerships out there. Iowa on default camera pack with iRacing is okay, but you can see it takes the trucks behind, so I'm always switching camera packs on, well, camera scenes. So if I'm jumping around, I do apologize because I have to, unless you want to look at a black screen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to look at the bunch of semis or, you know, the back of that building, anything like
Yeah,
that.
I'm trying to stay away from it for everybody, but it's the iRacing pack, camera pack, so there's really not much I can do. So I do apologize for everybody. I'm doing the best that I can.
So looking at the 51 of Andrew Harris, who is going to stay high and allow Brooks underneath him. Makes the pass cleanly.
And we got out there on Chatley, SEC Racing says probably the only top 7 are going to finish on the lead lap. Okay.
Yeah, a caution would really shake things up right now.
Maybe the
Especially-
league should look in at having stage cautions.
You know, coming into this race, I wasn't expecting to go 57 laps green right at the beginning. Not that I'm not pleasantly surprised. Quentin Williams came up into the 51 of Andrew Harris. He just came sliding up that track, and then door-ding Harris, who then ate the wall. So he's going to have right side damage. The 69 of Derek Cook will slide around him.
Now my question to you, Lee, is we got a little tempers going on out there tonight.
You know, you got to think the 51 of Harris did get into the backside of Quentin Williams and pushed him along, got him loose there. So there could be a little bit of animosity starting to brew here at Iowa.
Well, sometimes that's good for leagues.
Brendan Book passes the number 6 of Michael Lester to put him a lap down.
He's on another planet right now.
He is. Quentin Williams back up into the wall. Williams is loose. Way loose. I don't know how much damage he has, but he came up against that wall coming out of 4. He's got Cook in front of him. Let's see what he does here going into 1 and 2 as they're coming up on the 26 of Stephen Bryan. The 51 now scrapes the wall. Andrew Harris. Harris and Williams both having some issues at the moment.
Yeah, their setups are not happy right now. The truck's not happy right now.
Neither one of them have pitted. It looks like their tires have plateaued at lap 60 and said, no mo, come on in.
Yeah, I think it's at that point now, these tires. It's the 51. Oh, my goodness.
The 51 almost calamity again. Is it about time just to come on in and pit, fellas? Quentin Williams in the 22 almost gets rear-ended by John Garrett, who's in 4th position. Garrett is trying to make it around the lap vehicles here. But you can see him getting tight there coming up in towards the 26 of Stephen Bryan. We should start seeing pit stops anytime now. Lap 62 of 200.
I think patients are out the door. That's what I do believe. You know, your long green flag run, you start lapping cars, and it's coming up on pit stops. And as a race car driver, you know you got damage. You want to stay out. You don't want to go more laps down, but you want to try to stay and think in your brain, Lee, when that leader pits, I want to pit so I can stay on the same pit cycle. But at the same time, you get so much damage, you lose so much speed trying to tell a driver to come in and say, look, get this thing fixed up, put fresh tires on it, and go back out there at it again is a hard thing to do.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is going to be is when is Book going to pit? Because he has taken off and left everybody. There's 5 cars on the lead lap. Moving back to second, Josh Benoit and Dale Brooks. Brooks is caught up with him as now they're dealing with lap traffic, but lap traffic with tires.
Well, everybody out there, do not mind here. I know we asked before, if you don't mind sharing the stream on Facebook to your friends and family, or you can use the YouTube and share it if you can. Share it to your favorite social media platform. It could be Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, not Twitch, but actually, the other T word, Twitter. I get them messed up. Twitch and Twitter, my brain doesn't function.
Twitch, Twitter, twaddle. Who cares?
Tail happy swipping.
What?
I don't know. I mean, look at this. This is a great race, but I mean, these guys are putting down a great race, Lee. We're caution free with 70 laps to go into it, but we are now only got 4 vehicles on the lead lap. 4. Domination.
Domination by Brendan Book.
Yeah.
But the battle really is going to be for second. Benoit and Brooks is racing, and they've got Stephen Bryan, who is on fresh tires now, sniffing to the inside of Brooks. So now we've got the lap cars who have gotten tires and have pitted coming out, and they've got more speed than these top 4. Or maybe not Book. It's going to take forever for anybody to catch up with Book.
Well,
it's down to the inside of Benoit now is Bryan. Brooks will pit. So the third place truck will pit. Also, the first place truck, Brendan Book, is in his pit stall now. So that leaves Benoit out as the lone truck and will take the lead here on lap 71. And Benoit's going to pit now.
70 laps.
Yep, and there's no chase this season with Global Racing League. This is just old school NASCAR type points. Whoever's got the most at the end is the winner. So, one bad race could ruin your entire season. Last week Brendan Book with the win, and right now it looks like he is going to be running third after that pit stop with Benoit and Posey. Posey stayed out as well, so 3 of Don't Panic Esports. Told you, they ran that long run setup. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Posey come in this time. Posey in the 83.
Yeah.
No, Posey's going to stay out. Posey needs to pit. Posey, if you can hear me, go ahead and pit, sir. You're good.
Yeah, I was going to say he's losing a lot of time by staying out.
And I really wish that you could see what I see, which is the freaky fast Toyota Tundra zooming across.
Hit print screen and share it to social media real quick.
Can I do that?
I don't know. It sounded good.
It did. Let's see if it works.
I know I can with my Stream Deck. As we still got Shane Posey, he's still staying out here, ladies and gentlemen, with 75 laps, green flag run. But man, he is losing a lot of time. His last lap around was a 25.13 to Brendan's 23.45. 2 seconds difference he's losing per lap. That's maybe he's hoping for a caution.
He could be. And thinking with everyone out here with new tires, someone's going to make a mistake. But right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's he's losing 2 seconds per lap. Within the next 2 laps, he's gonna fall into second position. He needs to. And what's going to hurt him the most now, Lee, is when he does make his pit stop. He's going to be so far back into the field that the time his tires equal out and everybody else's tires we call, quote, plateau, his tires are about ready to plateau. So he's not going to make up a lot of ground. And he's got damage. So he kind of put himself in a box, a real bad box that you don't want to be in.
Yeah, he is still staying out there, too. Book
yeah, I'm
is
shocked.
Now just a little over a second behind him. He's going to catch him this lap.
Mm-hmm. Hey, he's coming. He's, like I said, 2 seconds faster.
Oh, here comes Book coming in hot. Into 3. Coming down to the inside. Brendan Book will hold it down there. Posey will hold it to the high side, allow his teammate on by, and Book back in the lead. Here on lap 79 of 200 with the Global Racing League. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, joining us via Facebook or YouTube, whether or not you're connected hardline through your Ethernet or through the Wiffies. Thank you for joining us here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Lee Tidwell, Robert A. Moya Jr., Oz himself, bringing you the Global Racing League on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. We are here at Iowa with open setups, 200 laps. Second race of the season, Brendan Book in the lead. He was the race winner last week, and he's in the lead now. After our first round of pit stops, Shane Posey will be in second. He is not pitted as of yet. Dale Brooks will be in third. Brent Balance in fourth. William Brown will be in fifth in that number 27 car. Then you got John Garrett, Ramon Clark, and Michael Lester in number 8, or in 8th position in number 6. Candelara will be in 9th, and Andrew Harris in 10th. We're looking at William Rush now. Rush in that 70 machine. He is running in the 12th position. With Posey in front of him. Now take that back. Benoit in front of him. Derek Cook behind him.
Everybody there can look on the track map. We're looking at Dale Brooks right now. You can see he's going into turn 3 as the leader is now going across the start-finish line. So that is what 9-second lead looks like. Basically half a track lead on him.
Yeah, Brendan Book is working this track. William Brown in that number 27 machine. Running in the 4th position. He is 2.3 seconds behind the 3rd place Brent Balance in the number 2. Working a little bit of traffic there with a 98 of Candelara, which is going to let him come on by. So you've got Brown following Garrett. That is 4th and 5th.
You got somebody out there, 2 people out there on YouTube rooting on the 50.
The 50 of Ramon Clark.
Yep. See what he's
Clark
doing
is
here.
running in 6th position at the moment.
Looking good. It's up 10 positions of the start of tonight's race here, 85 laps into it. So he's looking good out there. So that's awesome
a member
to see.
Of Lazy Lizard Racing there with Michael Lester in the gang. So big rivalry, Lazy Lizard.
As you see, he does got some rear end damage on that truck there, right in the center, which ain't gonna hurt him too bad, I don't believe. He should be fine for speed. It's gonna handle a little bit better in the turns, but not so much back straightaway. But again, this is a D. You know,
51.
oh, somebody into
Andrew
the wall.
Harris. Yeah, Harris was getting passed by Weimer, and then came up into the wall into 2. Harris pitted on lap 62, so about 25 laps into these tires, and you can see he's plowing like a dump truck in the exit of these turns. This setup, and we talked about it about lap 20, 25 last time when we was talking about Harris. It does not like it after about lap 20, and then about lap 35, 37, it settles back out, but he's fighting it right now.
Now, I'm looking at the track temperature. The track temperature only went up, actually, lead 1 degree So it's not too much of a difference from the start of the race, but I think this all comes down to the way the driver drives the truck in the setup. As you said, 20 laps into it, it plows. By 30, it really plows, and by 40, you're just plowing.
So we got a race going on here. Let's go to the number 2 of Brent Balance. He's got, take that back. That's not for position. He's around there with Posey and Derek Cook. But the number 2 of Brent Balance is in 4th position. He is only a second behind John Garrett. Garrett is up there battling around with, is that Quentin Williams?
That's 83. New tires. Shane.
Yeah, so Shane Posey. Didn't hurt him too bad. He's out in 8th position after that pit stop.
Yeah, it's shocking. I thought he'd fall farther back through the field, to be honest with you.
So at 89 of 200, a caution free. But we're on lap 91 of 200. Sorry. I was focused in on the wrong car.
I don't see too much battling going on out here. I think somebody just needs to throw a yellow. You got admin rights. Throw a yellow, Lee.
I honestly don't know how to do that.
Oh, it's pretty easy. I'll send it to you on Discord.
Yeah, my guy's in front with a big lead right now. I'm good.
You sure? Here.
Yeah, I'm good. As we're looking at the 27 of William Brown, he's running in 5th position. He's 2.6 seconds behind Brent Balance. Ramon Clark has moved up to 6th. He's 2 seconds behind William Brown. They have Derek Cook and Jeff Weimer, 2 lap cars between them. Yeah, Brown's fast, though. Running in the mid-24s right now. 24.399 for Brendan Book.
Unreal. Best lap was a 23.45. He is just gone. There's nobody. If the race stays this way, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching. We're trying to give you the best action we can here at Freaky Fast. But to be honest with you, Lee, he's going to lap the whole field.
So let's see here. We have 6 cars on the lead lap. It's going to be Brendan Book, Dale Brooks, John Garrett, Brent Balance, William Brown, Ramon Clark. Are all on the lead lap. Then you've got Michael Lester in 7th position, 1 lap down. Posey in 8th, 1 lap down. Weimer a lap down in 9th. 10th will be Candelera, 2 laps down. Harris is 2. Rush is 2. Quentin Williams is 2. Then Stephen Bryan, Peter Rowan, Derek Cook, Josh Benoit, Kenny Heath, and Stanley Comer. Man, what happened with Comer?
I don't know. He pitted on lap 30, and now he's sitting in 19th position out of tonight's event.
Yeah, so something went down with Comer, and he is out. Looking at the number 4 once again of Brendan Book, your race leader. What is the time gap right now? 9.5 seconds.
Yep, almost 10 seconds. Like I said, you can look on the track map. He's basically got a half a track lead over the second place car. I mean, it's great racing. I mean, everybody's being very respectful from what I'm seeing out here, which is awesome. But when you run yellow free, we are trying our best out there, fans, to find the action and call the action for you and what we're seeing out in the track. So, again, hopefully everybody's enjoying the show here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting with Robert A. Moyer Jr. up here in the booth with Lee Tidwell here with Global Racing League here on a Sunday afternoon. So hit us up in chat. Let's do a little chat talking. How's everybody's Christmas? How's racing going? What's your plans for New Year's?
Brendan Book now approaching lap traffic of Weimer and Brown. Going to dive down to the inside as Benoit's looking to follow along. Book will stay to the inside, hug the yellow line, power it on out, and continue with the dominance now at a 9.7 second lead. Brown's not going to give it up too easy, though. He's going to stay on that throttle on the high side. But that 1 and 2, man, it's so bumpy up there.
I'm going to ask real quick so I know who I'm talking to. One SEC Racing, is that Shane? Is that you on YouTube? 'Cause I'm chatting with somebody and I don't know who I'm chatting to.
Lap 104 of 200. We are over halfway through this race. 97 laps to go as the field has kind of leveled out here. This is not a lot going on, Robert. This is where I become a very average announcer.
Yeah, we know Lee Tidwell needs action by some yellows, pack up the cars, but when we go green flag racing like this, Lee is like, but that's okay, Lee. That's fine. But all right, well now I know who we're talking to here. We're talking to Comer Stanley on YouTube. Okay, now I know who we're talking to. That explains. Yes, the 87. Okay, I got you, buddy. All right, yeah. And for some reason your car didn't show up. Lee was telling me that you have a freaky fast car out there, and hopefully we'll get that fixed. Next week, because I reloaded trading paints like 8 times and it never registered.
The 83.
83. Oh, the 87. I got them messed up. Sorry to apologize.
And man, I really wish it worked too, because it looks so good, even though it is crumpled up just a little bit in the front end there. Shane Posey running in 7th position.
All right, well, thank you very much. We do got out there chatting on YouTube here, Lee. They said we're doing a great job. Awesome race. So we do much appreciate it, as we do got 4 vehicles still on the lead lap. The rest of the vehicles, as you can see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 vehicles that are 1 lap down. And then we got a couple cars, trucks a lap down, and then down through the rest of the fields, multiple laps down here tonight.
Yeah, Book has now extended that lead to almost 11 seconds.
Yeah, I'm telling you. If we don't get a yellow, he's gonna probably lap, I would say, 4th position at least, and maybe 3rd position. So there might be only 1 vehicle left on the lead lap.
Brendan Book continues to lead. 2nd place, Dale Brooks in the number 32. Almost 11 seconds behind. And then in 3rd will be the 66 of John Garrett. Garrett in 1 and 2 now. He's up with Andrew Harris.
Yeah, 3rd place is about ready to go a lap down.
Yeah, he's still got a buffer, though. The 26 of Stephen Bryan. Book will have to take him over. But yeah, so you've got Brendan Book, Dale Brooks, John Garrett, and Brent Balance. Actually, Balance just went a lap down. You've got 3 cars on the lead lap.
Yes, okay, yeah, he did. And you can see on the track map, we got Garrett here now entering 1 and 2, and here comes the leader entering 1 and 2. So he's only got a turn ahead of the leader. So yeah, he's gonna go about a lap down here. He is actually running his last lap. Let's see what lap he puts down here, ladies and gentlemen. What kind of speed he puts down? He puts down let's see here. He puts down a 24.66. Let's see what the leader does here this time by, as he puts down 24.61. So he is faster, but I do believe Book is well, I thought he was in lap traffic, but he is not.
Now he cleared all of that, so now just some clear sailing until he gets to Benoit. Actually,
Oh
it's
wow,
Benoit
look at that.
behind
The
him,
top
my bad.
3 this last time by, ladies and gentlemen, they all ran a 24.65. First, second, and third position. Identical lap time. What is the odds of that? Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, we just had Christmas and stuff.
Well, we should be seeing pit stops opening up here too. They did go to lap 69, lap 70. If they run another 70 laps, that's 140. Yeah, I see within the next maybe 20 to 30 laps here, Lee, pit stop should be opening up for the very last time in pit road, unless we have something happen at the end of the race. Other than that, we're going to go caution free. How many cautions did we have last week? Only 2?
Yeah, I think it was 2.
2, yeah. So right now, I mean, if you enjoy long green flag racing and broadcasting long green flag racings, well, you come to the right place. If you do not enjoy it, I don't know what to tell you. We thank you for sticking around.
So the 75 of Peter Rowan pitted on lap 99. And let's see what kind of laps he's putting down now. So we'll see a little fresh tire perspective. Member of At the Top Motorsports. Brings it out of 3 and 4, takes it across the line, and Rowan will run a 24.7, where the leader ran a 24.5 on old tires.
Yeah, that's and again, here the problem is, trying to, like I said, I'm trying to give the league the best broadcasting possible and call the best action out here with Freaky Fast. So again, we do appreciate everybody tuning in, but Lee, the big problem with this is that when you have open setups, if somebody can get the dominant setup, doesn't matter. You can see he's just gonna run away with the field, and this is the reason why. And I'm gonna go off subject on here just to talk to the fans out there and everything. This is the reason why a lot of leagues don't run open setup. They run fixed, because then it comes down to everybody's running the same setup, and that's it. It's all about how you drive and how you got your wheel set up and how you drive the track. It falls back into the driver's hands. Right now, this race ain't in the driver's hands. It's in the setup. That's all it is. It's in the setup. And if you got the dominant setup and you know how to build setups, and you got a really strong team like Don't Panic, Motorsports, really not much anybody's going to be able to do. And I do apologize for saying it that way, Lee and the fans and the league, but reality is this is why. So I'll hand it over to Lee.
You look at the open setup format of
There we go. We got a conversation. Go ahead.
So you might have if you've got an alien, and for those of you who do not know what an alien is,
yeah,
no, I'm not
yeah,
talking about ET or Little Green Men from
or
Space.
Alf.
Or Alf, yeah. I'm talking about an iRacing alien, and that's what they call those guys that are just really, really good. If you watch Freaky Fast broadcast and an alien I can name, and you'll be like, yep, Larry Yingling.
Yep.
He's an alien.
Yep.
If you have an alien, it doesn't matter if it's fixed or not. That alien's going to win. He knows that track, he's going to win. But when you've got the
True.
open setup, and you've got someone that either A, themselves can tweak setups, or B, they can tweak them for a team, or however the effort
True.
might be, then you give yourself more of an advantage on those aliens who might not have as good of a setup on that truck. And so in a way, it evens out the playing field by unevening it even more.
Yeah, and that's the problem with sim racing. That's a big debate. Again, I mean, big debate. Some people are going to agree with you. I'm not arguing your point. Your point is you're absolutely right. But I feel my point is right too. So it's a 50-50 thing here. I mean, that's a debate in sim racing that's going to go on forever. It's never, ever, ever, ever going to change. It's that, and I do agree. But again, it goes down to some people might not like, Iowa Speedway, like you said, Lee. Doesn't matter if it's fixed or open setup. Some people just can't drive that track. Like there's some tracks out there that I go and I try to race. One like Dover. I can't do Dover. Like Dover just kicks my butt all over the track. I then never figured it out. Fixed or open, I could never figure that track out.
Yeah, mine's Martinsville. I can't do that track.
Yep,
I hate that track.
So again, I mean, it's a 50-50 debate, ladies and gentlemen. I mean,
and then if you take someone like Book, who maybe he's really good at this track anyways, and then you give him a good setup on top of that, then you see a 12-second lead with only 2 people on the lead lap.
Right, and that's the problem too. Is that and then that's why leagues don't allow certain iRating, like the iRating on iRacing. People don't like it. I don't agree with the way the system's set up, but it does show the skill of racers. If you set the league at 15, say 1,000. Oh, well, we'll get back on that subject because we actually have a yellow, ladies and gentlemen.
Was the 98 involved in that?
No,
he's on pit road. Who was
I see Brent.
Oh no, Brent Balance. What happened to Brent?
Well, let's go back on the freaky fast replay and let's find out. Here, he just loses it. Oh, and the 51 was going around too.
Andrew Harris, yeah. Harris was losing it as well.
Oh, look at that. That thing is wicked. Oh.
Eek.
Well, at least he stopped it on the track. I give him props on that.
Yeah, Andrew Harris got loose. I mean, it's like mirror image. Harris gets loose, and then Balance gets loose the exact same way. And that brings out the one and only caution so far. Now we got a little bit of a ball game going on because we got some pit parties going on. We got some people that are staying out to try to get back some lead laps. We're going to have 4 on the lead lap after this, I believe. Right now it's showing Brendan Book, Dale Brooks, Shane Posey on the lead lap. No. And then Lester's 1 lap down. Weimer's a lap down. Rush, Garrett, Ramon Clark, William Brown. That is 4th through 9th position will be a lap down. There's a lot of people that stayed out, too. Because they had to come in on the lap car pit lap. See, Lee gets smarter as the race goes on. So I'd like to remind you of the fine sponsors that brings you Freaky Fast Broadcasting, and they are the ButtKicker. Every game deserves a truly immersive experience, and the ButtKicker Gamer 2 lets you feel every detail, from subtle footsteps to the rumble of a V10-powered race car, from ambient environmental effects to the power of a nearby explosion. By moving to physical mass instead of only air like traditional speakers, the Gamer 2 provides an instant, accurate, powerful bass response, and it's all perfectly in sync with every game with no additional software required. Check out the Gamer 2 at thebuttkicker.com. Use promo code FreakyFast20 for 20% off your order of the Gamer 2 at thebuttkicker.com. Also brought to you by Ipitting. The Ipitting board is a web tool designed for iRacing teams. It helps you create an iRacing series board for all your teammates. Provides a clear vision of every data point they need, from schedules, results, championship points, standings, and much more. It's also a great help for your team's community manager, who can use your tool to share to social networks and the team's achievements, broadcast schedules, little snippets, little pictures of the number 4 butt kicker machine in first position, all kinds of different things. Check that out, the iPitting board at ipitting.com. Anyone else I'm supposed to do, Robert?
Nope, that's good.
Word. Lap 131 of 200 as we will get set to go back green flag racing. We will have 3 cars on the lead lap: Brendan Book, Dale Brooks, and Shane Posey. I do want to mention 2 of the 3 are on Don't Panic Esports, FYI. And you can't see Posey's paint scheme. That's the Freaky Fast truck.
Yeah, and it kind of frustrates me.
I go to the 83. It's blue and chrome gloriousness. Gloriousness. There you go. That's how you say it.
Take a picture and social media it later. I don't see I didn't see nobody shooting you some cares and everything there, are they?
Nah, nobody cares about me right now because I haven't had, I haven't done what I do best, which is just talk a whole lot. Now I get to talk a whole lot. As we start to get set, we bring them in side by side. We'll go green this time around. Book on the inside, Brooks on the high side. Then you'll have Posey and Garrett behind them. Brown and Lester, then Rush and Weimer, then Clark and Brent Balance. Even after that is in 10th position there, Robert. Pace car comes off. Here we go. Brendan Book will lead them down the front stretch here at Iowa Speedway. We'll have 65 laps to go when we cross the line. Book will go into the lead. Posey looking down to the inside a little bit there. Brooks will stay to the high side. Brooks on the high side, Book on the inside. Book with a nice momentum off of 2. We'll have a 0.2 of a second lead, but look at Brooks working the high side.
I was going to say.
Oh, and into the wall. Back behind them, 2 cars into the wall.
Oh, somebody went spinning off track.
Well, he's able to pull it out. The 5, the 75, and the 70. All slow to catch up. And now we have another one going down into the apron. That's the 6. That's Lester, and there's a caution. Michael Lester in the 6. He came out of 2, and it looks like let's see what happened there. He just spins it around. Able to catch it, though. Nice save by Lester, and not to hit the wall.
Well, now this changes the whole thing. The reason why I'm saying that is because we're going to have some trucks that are a lap. Yeah, well, they're not. Garrett's going to get back on the lead lap because he's going to be the lucky dog as long as he didn't get an X in when that yellow came out. But you're going to have one lap down. He just pitted, so he can stay out. But the thing is the leaders ain't going to pit. So actually, unless the leaders pit, they're just going to trap everybody right where they're at, except for Garrett. Garrett will get his lucky dog. So we will have 4 trucks now on the lead lap. And
that's the thing, too, is John Garrett's been strong today. Yeah, he's a lap down, but he has shown flashes of brilliance at being put back on that lead lap. But he's going to have to fight his way through the field to get back up there.
Yep. But he can also come in and make a pit stop and get fresh tires if he wants to. They only ran 2-3 laps on from their last pit stop, so are they limited on tires?
There's a tire limit, but
Okay.
since they're basically running the entire NASCAR, it's not a half race. NASCAR is going to run 200 laps here at Iowa. So they did Well, they cut the tires. It was supposed to be a 7, and Global Racing League decided on 5. So the one you
5.
started with and 4 in the pits.
Yeah, so if I was him, why not pit? If you got that many, you got 60 laps left of the race. We've seen you can go a full stint on a set of tires. Yeah, if I was waved around, I would go in and make a pit stop. Why not? Hit tires and fuel. It's not going to make much of a difference on tires because they just pitted on lap 31, from the last yellow. But still, 5-lap difference. Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
Garrett pitted and Posey pitted.
Yeah, why not? That's what I mean. Why not? 60 laps, they're going to be able to make it on fuel because the first stint they did 70 laps. So fuel's not the problem. It's going to be who can save tires now, And if I was Dale Brooks, I would you got to pass that Ford truck like instantly. You got to get in front of him and try to slow him down. And because if you let him get in clean air and stay up front, as we've seen, he's just going to pull away, and there ain't nothing you can do. So this is the time for Dale to trump. I say you go for it, run it hard, and try to get in front of him. And hopefully you didn't run it too hard that you ruined your tires, and you can hold them off for at least a couple laps.
So on our second caution of the evening, and here comes the 83 of Shane Posey on up to the front.
Up 14 positions.
Running that freaky fast paint job that you can't see.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
It really is.
Yeah.
Dave Bush made all the freaky fast paint jobs. And
that paint scheme.
Apart. Yeah.
Okay, I seen it. I know what it is.
Yeah, except Posey didn't go with the red numbers. He went with the chrome.
Oh, okay.
And with the lights here at Iowa, it actually looks really good.
Well, I do apologize to him. Like you said, we'll get that fixed next week. I loaded traded paints like 5 times, like I said, so there's not much more I can do. Oh, yeah. See, the chat out there on YouTube said it's so fast you can't see it.
That's right. It's freaky fast. Like Jimmy John's.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, don't
Dude,
forget
a Jimmy John's sandwich right now.
Oh, I haven't had lunch yet. But I do want to quick say to everybody, don't forget, you can look in the links in the description below on YouTube and Facebook. Head over to our Freaky Fast Broadcasting's webpage. And if you don't mind, you can submit stuff over there about what you feel about iRacing. And, let us know and I'll approve it and, try to help us out on our website.
Talk about how great I am. Here we go. Pace car comes off.
Green flag.
It's got to be 58 to go, and we cross the line. And Brooks is trying on that restart. But Posey is behind Book. They are teammates. Here we go into 1 and 2. Brooks is going to try to slingshot around on the high side. Book's on the gas, and Brooks will make the pass. Book back on the inside. Going to drive it down in deep. Coming out of 4, and I think maybe Brendan might just let Del Brooks use some of those tires up.
Well, maybe he's listening to us on the stream because I said, let's go. You go, man, and he did. He went. So we'll see what he can do there, Lee. See if he can hold off that ButtKicker fast machine there of the 4 of Brandon Book. Oh, we have a vehicle smoking. Oh, Lester... looks like his engine expired here tonight there, Lee, unfortunately.
Lester threw a piston coming down the pits now, and you can see the smoke as we... Oh, that was Posey.
Yeah.
Something happened, and Posey got spun around.
He got bumped.
No caution. As Posey's going to have to bring it into the pits. So who bumped him?
I'm not sure. We can go back on the replay here quick. Let me let's bring it up and see what happens here.
Because I really hope it hasn't been one.
I think it was the 50. I think got into him. Oh no! He got loose and spun around the 50. Almost got him, but he was already going around. So unfortunately, I do apologize. I thought somebody got into him, but no, that
It
wasn't the
looked
case.
Phantom Code as well, because the way the back end, instead of sliding in a natural motion, it sped up
Mm-hmm.
and almost changed direction a little bit. I think there's a little bit of code involved.
Yep, I have to agree with that.
As we're watching the see, and my 32 looks different than your 32.
Yeah, it's trading
Mine,
paints.
yeah. He's running a Snell Motorsports. Oh man, I really wish this. Yeah, next week we'll work on this again. I'll
Yep.
get the league to have another practice race so we can make sure we see it. But yeah, it's another one of the snails from Turbo. It's
Well,
Whiplash.
a practice race ain't gonna fix it though, Lee. It's all about the internet, and right now my internet's not grabbing that car file. So I will see what I can do next week
Yellow.
oh, we have
Oh,
yellow,
there's
but
another
I'll
car.
see if I can fix it on my end too. I'll look at something. As we got Harris going around here on lap 140. Yeah, it's saying he crashed on lap 143, so yeah, he's a couple laps down. So let's see what happens here. We'll bring up the Freaky Fast replay and see what happens with that 51 Bix machine. Oh, hello. Yeah,
I got bumped by Weimer a little bit. They
yeah.
got door to door.
Oh, look out to 26. Oh, man.
The 26 of Stephen Bryan, nowhere to go. He goes
Oh,
down,
he
gets
this.
into Rowan a little bit.
And Peter, he got a little, Rowan Peter there, he got partial of that. Yikes. Whoops.
So that'll take us back under caution with 50 laps to go. And now the leaders will come down and get tires.
Smart move. That's what I would do. Make a pit stop. And that 32, he might have adjusted again. Now, here's the neat thing about having open racing instead of fixed setups. You literally can go in and adjust your vehicle. So that 32, Lee, could have changed some wedge, could have changed some tire pressures, could have did something to make that truck faster on a short run. As we do know, the 4 is faster on a long run. But I think that 32... if we keep getting yellows, this actually might fall into favor for him.
So this will now put 5 cars on the lead lap, and William Brown will be back on the lead lap.
Slowly but surely, we're getting them all back. As the numbers are climbing out there on YouTube and Facebook as viewerships, love to see it. We have 14 people watching on YouTube, Lee. And we got 8 right now on Facebook, so we do much appreciate all of them out there viewing us here on their mobile device or computer or TV.
Dude, there's no better way to watch Freaky Fast Broadcasting than on a big HD TV streamed through YouTube at 1440.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way to watch. I go back and watch these races, and even races that I don't get to join you and Zach for, I'll go in and watch and just be amazed at the quality of Freaky Fast Broadcasting.
Well, I much appreciate it. I do my best for the fans out there.
The fans are what's that matter.
That's right.
All of you out there that are watching. Hi. I had nothing else to say. I didn't know where I was going with that.
Hi.
Hi. I'd like a Snickers. Yeah, that'd be good too. I'm getting
Are
hungry.
you hungry?
I haven't had food yet today.
Okay.
So
Like I said, I didn't eat lunch yet, and I woke up this morning with I'm still fighting this cold that I wake up in the morning and I'm so congested that it's crazy.
yeah, congestion is not a fun thing.
No, it's
Try living
not.
down here where all the pollen and if I could kill every dogwood tree like Thanos, I would.
Yeah. You got a lot of dogwood trees down there.
Oh, everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I don't know if I'm allergic to dogwood, to be honest with you. I mean, I would imagine I probably am.
Yeah, they stop me up, man, right in the springtime when they start blooming, then the fall when they start dying off. This is not a fun place to be.
All right, well, it looks like we're going to have a couple vehicles getting a wave around here as the 50, the 2, and the 75 are looking to get wave arounds.
And there they go.
So that's going to put 7 vehicles now on the lead lap. Slowly but surely, we might have the whole field back on the lead lap here, Lee. Or pretty close to it.
So
Now,
that's going to be interesting.
yeah, because the 2, Roman and Brent there in the 2, they pitted on lap 137, so they are on older tires. But cautions breathe cautions, and right now that's what is looking as we're on caution number 3. 154 laps in the books. Track temperature has dropped down to 167 degrees, so air temperature at 65 as pace car ducks in, and green flag is out on lap 155.
Ooh, Book made him wait that time.
And
Definitely
he
made
clears
him
them.
wait. Kenny, he's going to pull off, let everybody go on by. We go into 1 and 2. You've got Book, Brooks, Garrett, and 1, 2, 3. Benoit is in 9th position, but he is right behind them as we come out of 3 and 4. And Book he's booking it. He's now stretched out a nearly almost half-second lead. Brooks cannot let him out of his sights, or Brendan Book will just take off and leave the field again.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think Book seen that on that last yellow, on that last restart. He got left at 32 get in front of him, and he was like, oh man, that's not good. I haven't had this truck in dirty air, because that's something else we haven't talked about, with the new physics that they just put out a couple weeks ago. You do got dirty air out here, and it's a little stronger than it used to be. So that 30, the 4 might have not liked running behind somebody. His truck might not be set up for that.
Yeah, that's a huge possibility.
Yeah. And when that happened, he realized when he got behind, he's like, oh, I don't like this feeling of this truck. So this last restart, he's like, I'm going for it.
Yeah, he held Brooks back very well. Waited for that green flag and then still held him before the line. You could kind of watch him not take off quite as fast, even at the green. So a very smart racing move by the number 4, Brendan Book.
Yep. Very smart. 66 of John out there. Garrett is looking really strong here tonight.
Yeah, Garrett in 3rd position, just trying to keep these 2 in front of him. Keep eyes on them. 4th position, William Brown, a second and a half behind Garrett. We're on lap 160 of 200, 41 laps to go here with Global Racing League at Iowa Speedway. 3 cautions so far, 15 laps under caution, but we didn't have our first caution till, goodness, it was well after lap 100.
Yeah, it was like around lap 120, somewhere around there.
And then, as we always say, cautions breed cautions, and then we've had 3 now between about 120 and now 160.
And we are starting to look like green flag racing going on here now, so as we got the 27 there looking up underneath of sorry, I'm seeing the 88 of the 73 of Jeffrey.
And the 27 is going to be William Brown. He's another one I got to get with on the paint scheme. I'm showing a much cooler paint scheme for him. Brown's in 4th position, trying to catch up to Garrett. Garrett now over 2 seconds ahead of him, so Brown needs to clear this lap traffic so he can get back in that groove of diving it down and pulling it up.
Oh, look at this. We have a battle for the lead.
It is a battle for the lead.
Oh.
As Brooks to the inside. Who knew that Dale Brooks could get that truck to stick to the inside? Book on the high side would come across the start-finish line. They're going to be door-to-door now down into one. Brooks will have that inside line. They have flip-flopped now from basically this 160 laps previously. Book on the high side looking for the momentum coming out of 2. And now going to chop down looking for the block. Going to get in front of Brooks and retake the lead. And you got to wonder if Brooks was really trying to take that there, if that was more of a, this is what I can do. Woo! Be careful.
Hey,
William Rush.
Might be sizing him up, but with them battling like that, that's going to bring the 66 of Garrett back up into this here. He's got a sniff of the drafts of the 32. Truck looks pretty strong there on the low line, looking really good coming out of 4 there.
Yeah, so John Garrett has now moved back up to 3rd position. Not moved back up, but has closed that gap between 2nd and 3rd. And then Benoit is right behind him looking to get a lap back, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Benoit, but he is 6 laps down. A fast truck in that 46 Pennzoil machine. Looks like the 66 of John there, Garrett, is very tight through 1 and 2 lead. His truck looks really good in 3 and 4, but going through 1 and 2 is where he's losing all his ground.
1 and 2 is such an odd turn because you got so much momentum going into it. If you don't bring it down into turn correctly, if you don't feather that brake correctly, do the trail braking correctly, you can lose so much time.
I mean, the truck looks, we just watched him go through 1 and 2 there. Truck looks stable. I just don't think there's speed in it going through there. As you can see, look what he gains there going through 3 and 4. I mean, he is so much stronger through that turn. I think it's his entry. Watch him right here. He entered way too low, in my opinion, and he's basically pinching the truck. Yeah, he's pinching the truck. Maybe try a different line there, John. Try to run it up a little higher. Arc
See,
it
like
in.
right there at 3 and 4, he did exactly hit the apex at the correct time, where here on 1 and 2, he's coming down into the turn instead of apexing it down. See how Book just now touched the apex there.
Yep. Which is tightening him coming out of, it's tightening him coming out of the turn. Well, maybe if, and that's the other thing too here, you got rubber being laid down. You got to find where the grip is, the rubber, where your truck's going to be happy. And I mean, he might like that line, but I would be I'd be exploring, different lines. Try it. You got nothing to lose. You might be surprised.
So Brooks will keep Book 2.2 seconds ahead of him. John Garrett will be 0.8 of a second out of the lead as we go into 1 and 2. 29 laps to go here with Global Racing League at Iowa Speedway. Book, Brooks, Garrett, Brown, and Posey, your top 5. Clark, Balance, Weimer, Benoit, and Rowan will round out your top 10. We got a few other trucks out of the race. Andrew Harris, Michael Lester, Cook is out as well, and Comer? I think I called him Comer earlier. He is out as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, he got in the back of somebody, a lap car, and blew his motor.
Ooh, there he goes down for the lead. Brooks is looking at the inside of Book, going into 1 and 2. They are going to be door to door as they exit 2. Book is much stronger on the inside. And right now, so is Brooks. Down to the inside is Brooks. Book is going to have good momentum coming out of 4 and will regain the lead. And, Robert Brooks might have been listening to you. Might be trying different lines right now, seeing what works, what don't. But that gives Garrett.
Yeah.
Garrett now only half second behind the leader.
Yeah, I was going to say, Garrett, I'm kind of shocked. I even said to him, maybe try different lines and everything. But again, it looks like he's running pretty good right now here. on the line, as we'll go to the nose cam here and watch him. And yeah, truck is I guess it's where it's set up, because he is gaining on these guys.
He definitely is. Look at him diving down, looking to the inside of Dale Brooks, and they're going to slide it on up. We are riding along with the number 66 of John Garrett, who is in third position.
I'm watching the line that 32's running, as I was watching on the nose cam there. Oh man, I don't know, Lee. They're going through 1 and 2. He's picking, like, he's right there. He's diving it up, coming down to the apex, but it just seems like it doesn't want to come out of the turn the way he wants it to. Like it's plowing a little bit, but not over plowing. Like it's just tick tight on him. Because look at the run. Oh man, he got to run. He got to run.
Got a huge run there off of 4. Going to dive it down to the inside. Can he make it stick? Book will be door to door with him as we come out of 2. 3/4 of a truck length lead by Brendan Book. Diving down into 3 is going to be Brooks. Oh, starting to drift up just a tad. And not going to have enough. Book will pull it back out and drop back down in front. He's got enough to pull even.
Yeah.
But I don't think the 32's got the front line speed. And now look at Garrett to the inside.
Yeah, Garrett was trying. He gave him a little push.
Yeah, all that's done is given John Garrett the opportunity to get closer and closer and closer and save those tires as those front 2 battle. And he's got a nice little run here out of 1 and 2.
Garrett looks really, really good out there. I don't know. Let's keep an eye on that 66 there, Lee, and everybody. I think he might... I don't know if he has anything for the lead, but it definitely looks like he's got something for second position.
We have 19 laps to go here at Iowa. 5 cars on the lead lap. Book, Brooks, Garrett, Brown, and Shane Posey.
You know, this is awesome racing by these top 3 right here. They're basically running the same lap times this time by. Let's see what laps they put down. They all put down a 24.4. Identical. Basically, these top 3 are running identical lap time. So here's where you see the struggle that you can't pass. I mean, you're stuck where you're stuck at.
Yeah, Brooks looking to get another one of those runs off of 4. Because he had that monster one about 3-4 laps ago. But he's also got a rear view mirror drive a little bit with Garrett right there behind him. A 1/10 of a second off of his back bumper and closing.
Yeah, I think the tires just plateaued, like we like to say, Lee, and I think everybody's just running identical lap time. I mean, literally, they're running identical lap times, ladies and gentlemen. 24.46, 24.49, 24.50. I mean, you can't go nowhere at that times. All you got to do is just hope that the guy in front of you either messes up, you know, or enters wrong, or has got to get, you know, enter wrong and get on the brakes a little bit and slow down a little bit, that you can get up underneath them. But the problem is that you get up underneath them, then you can't pass them because you're stuck, you know, and you get tight running that low line, and there's just not enough momentum to pass the guy on the high side. As you see the 32 there, he did get loose coming out of 4, Lee.
Yep, got a little bit loose, and we talked about Brendan Book on those long runs.
And do a Tina Turner.
Shake a tail feather. But Book, the longer it goes, the better it is for him. He had a 12-second lead and almost lapped the entire field before these cautions started. So, of course, he is more upset about the cautions than probably the people that are in the cautions. But now with the green flag run starting to extend on out. You can see
Yep.
Brendan Book starting to put some distance. Now it is 0.4 of a second between himself and second place Dale Brooks. Brooks has got to worry about Garrett, and now they got Peter Rowan. That's not Rowan. That's yeah, 75. That is Rowan. Rowan, lap car, staying high for everyone.
Ooh.
Garrett hit the apron a little bit there.
Yeah, you
that's
see
gonna
that?
lose him some time.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Huge.
Try to pull that draft off of Rowan. And try to make up a little bit of that wobble.
Uh-oh.
Oh! Into Rowan was Benoit. Got right into the back end of him and spun him around.
And no yellow.
I'm not sure if Benoit knew he was there.
I don't think so either. That or he just came up really, really fast, but no yellows.
No yellows with 11 to go. The lead has now been extended to a half a second. Garrett has fallen a half a second behind Brooks in third position now. You can see how the field has settled out. And the race will be between the front three as now they're approaching the 6 of Michael Lester.
Oh, he got his motor fixed.
Yeah, Lester's running in 13th position. Down a lot of laps.
Yeah,
But
well,
got a running truck and getting points.
yeah, that's what I was ready to say. Every position matters. Don't give up.
And
keep running.
especially with the way that this point format is. There's no chase. It's what points is what you get. So every position you can pick up is extra points towards that season finale.
The next closest truck that he would have to worry about, which is the 24 William, no, the 70 of William Rush, 24 laps down. So not enough a lap. So he's not going to gain no more positions. But if we look to see, we got the 26 is 49 laps down, and he's sitting in pit road. So yep, don't matter. This is where he's going to finish. He's going to finish in 13th position. Doesn't matter if he runs it out or not, and it's all about seat time now.
Yeah, these drivers are encouraged heavily to turn every lap that you can. You don't jump out of the race just because you scuffed the fender and you lost 5 miles an hour. You get out there and you run your race.
Well, seat time. You know, and you learn about the setup then. Just because you got damaged don't mean you can't learn stuff about the setup. I mean, if I got damaged, you know, I'm going to be multiple laps down, I'd throw the monkey wrench at the setup and just throw things in it and see what happens. Either I'm going to bring out a yellow, or I'm going to make the truck better, or I'm just going to plow and keep hitting the wall. You know what I mean? You got to eventually just say, well, here it is.
5 to go before this time across the line. Book continues to grow the lead ever so slightly now to 0.6 of a second. Third place, John Garrett, 1 second behind the leaders.
Well, we're going to have our first back-to-back winner here at Global Racing League. It's going to go to Brandon Books.
You say that, but coming across the line with 3 to go, if you just broadcast jinx this poor kid.
I didn't say it.
Comes spinning out of 4, especially now approaching lap traffic.
Well, we don't have Zach up in the booth here this afternoon. We do the Zach Attack yellow. Hashtag.
The Zach Attack. Oh, Big Mac himself.
Yeah, normally if he was in the booth, we'd have a yellow with 15 to go.
Yeah, we are 2 to go. And it is Brendan Brooks' race to lose. With Brooks in second, Garrett in third, William Brown fourth, and Shane Posey in 5th position. White flag as we cross the line this time. Book looking to the inside of his teammate. It's going to be Posey. Posey lets him on by. Book's going to drop it through 3 and 4. And our first back-to-back winner here at Global Racing League will be the number 4 of Brendan Book, with Dale Brooks in 2nd, John Garrett in 3rd, William Brown 4th, and Shane Posey in 5th position. What we're going to do is take a quick break, and when we come back, we will bring our top 3 finishers here to talk about the race in just a moment here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. We'll be right back. And back here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting with the Global Racing League. We just got done with 200 laps at Iowa, and we're bringing in our 3rd place finisher now, the number 66 of John Garrett. John, it's Lee in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
10-4, I got you.
Man, I tell you what, going into this race, wasn't expecting 100-plus green flag laps to start off this race, but that is what we got. Tell me how that played a factor into any strategy that was thrown into this.
Well, yeah, I actually expected some cautions early, and they didn't happen, but it ended up helping me because I didn't have a great qualifying, kind of got behind, so that caution let me catch up. And then towards the end of the race, I missed pit road trying to short pit, got 2 laps down, I think, and then luckily a couple of cautions came out and got my laps back, so that was good for me.
Gotcha. Now, 3rd place finish here this evening. One of the things that we was watching is you had a very strong vehicle, but it seemed like it was more of a short to medium run type setup that you were running tonight. Did the longer runs hurt you? And then at the end with the cautions, did that help you out because it was shorter runs?
Yeah, I mean, I actually like long runs. I just didn't put in enough time this week on this setup and practicing, so actually, when I got in 3rd place and got to follow Brendan and Dale, figured out the right line to run, and I loved Brendan's line, so I started running that, and I can hang with them to stay in the same zip code with them as far as, since they had been so far ahead all night, I felt pretty good about it.
Gotcha. Well, before we let you go, sir, anyone you'd like to say hello to or give a shout out to that might be watching this afternoon?
Yeah, hopefully my family's watching. I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody and want to thank my sponsor, Athens Screen Printing.
Awesome. Well, John, thank you so much. Congratulations on that podium finish, and we'll see you next week at Chicagoland.
All right, appreciate it. Y'all do a great job up there in the booth also. Thank y'all.
We appreciate it. Thank you, sir. That is Mr. John Garrett, our 3rd place finishers. We're going to bring up our 2nd place finisher now, Mr. Dale Brooks, and that number 32. Dale, it's Lee in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir.
Man, great race. Was not expecting 100-plus green flag laps to start everything off, but awesome race here for Global Racing League and a real good race for you. You and Brendan Book. Book was gone on that long run and that long green flag, but then after those cautions started flying, it seemed like you did have more short run speed than he did. Tell me what it was like during that long green flag, and then what you did there at the end to get up to second and home.
I just tried to pace it on the long run. I saw he was way faster than me, so I kind of, on that first long green flag run, I didn't try to push the truck too much. And then we got delayed caution, and I don't know if it was just a net code or whatever. I saw he had a little bit of damage on the front end. Truck was definitely a little bit more sporty on the short run. I almost got into him, or I did get into him and got him a little sideways, so I want to apologize for that. I'd like to thank oh, go ahead. Yeah, that was mainly the strategy.
Gotcha. Well, as you was going into that, anyone you'd like to say hello to or give a shout out to that might be watching?
I'd like to thank Mike Lester for the league, for inviting me to the league. I hope to be a part of it for a really long time. I want to thank Quentin from Snell Motorsports owner. And I'd like to give a shout out to my dad in New Hampshire. He might be watching this. So I love you, Dad, and see you soon.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on that second place finish today, sir. And we'll see you next week at Chicago.
All right, appreciate it.
And that's Mr. Dale Brooks, our second place finisher. We're going to bring up our race winner. Second race in a row. We've had him up here for the winner's interview, Mr. Brendan Book. Brendan, it's Lee in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
I got you.
Man, you had that ButtKicker machine hauling around Iowa, especially on that 100-plus green flag run. You had some long run speed there.
Setup was really good. Thanks to team owner at Don't Panic Motorsports, or Esports, my bad, for giving that setup. I didn't really make any changes to it, so it was really good. I just know the one thing that I noticed a lot of people, they were trying to run the high side. And from my experience, the low side actually saved the tires better, contrary to popular belief. So I think that was the key. And just not trying to use those tires up there in that long run. I was taking it easy for the most part. I wasn't, forcing the issue with, trying to defend my spot or anything like that early in the run, which I think paid off. But,
paid off in spades as you lapped everyone but two other cars and had a 12-second lead right before that first caution. And then after the caution, then, Dale Brooks, you put him right there with you, and he was able to hang how much. You guys battled back and forth for that last 30-plus laps or so. How much of an effort that you have to put in there, and how tough of a driver is Dale?
Yeah, those last 50 laps or so, from after we got that first caution. I definitely had to drive a lot harder. I couldn't really save, because I never knew how the cautions were going to play out. And when he got there in front of me before that last caution, I was able to beat him off pit road, thankfully. But it's hard to pass, especially on the bottom. And so I knew, even though he was better on the outside and I was better on the inside, I would gladly give him the inside, because I know he wouldn't be able to, full on send it, without getting into me. So, wrecking me, which, I had to put that trust in him, and he did a good job of not taking me out. We had a little contact there, but it's Rubbins racing, it's a short track, so it was a lot of fun there. Definitely made me work for it, which makes it, more fun, and it's a better show for you guys.
Yes, sir. So 2 wins in a row. One last week, and then here at Iowa this week. Next week, we're at Chicago. Tell me what we can expect there.
Draft. That's what you can expect at Chicago. Big, long lines of draft. If you could somehow break away, you might be good, but even then, people can catch you with the draft, because, you'll be that much faster, probably like 2 to 3 tenths quicker. So it's definitely going to be about saving tires, I want to say. From my experience as well, you could probably go wide open first 15 laps, but you're probably not going to want to, because you're going to really wear that right front out. So it's going to be interesting to see how that race plays out.
Awesome, sir. Well, congratulations on the win. Before we let you go, anyone you'd like to say hello to or give a shout out to that might be watching?
Thank you to ButtKicker and R&B Custom Rigs for being my sponsors, and then thank you guys up here in the booth, putting on a show. I'm sure it was fun to watch from your guys' stream standpoint, and thank you to everybody that watched my stream, because I was streaming as well.
Well, that's how I have to go back and watch that. So thank you, Brendan, for another wonderful race to watch and another big win. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week at Chicago, sir.
Thank you.
And that's Mr. Brendan Book, our race winner. As Robert, another race in the books for Global Racing League, and Brendan Book will continue that points lead and be our first 2-time winner here with a .908 second win over number 2, Dale Brooks. Then third will be John Garrett. Fourth will be William Brown. Fifth will be Shane Posey. Sixth, Ramon Clark. Seventh, Brett Balance. Eighth, Jeff Weimer. Ninth, Josh Benoit. 10th, Peter Rowan. 11th, Kenny Heath. 12th will be William Rush. And 13th, Michael Lester. 14th, Stephen Bryan. 15th, Andrew Harris. 16th, Quentin Williams. 17th, Derek Cook. 18th will be, McCain Candelera. There we go. And in 19th will be Stanley Comer. Comer. We're going to call him Comer until he corrects us. So that will do it for myself, Mr. Robert. Another fine evening, sir.
That is correct. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in this afternoon with global, I always want to call it Global Sim Racing, but Global Racing League. We do much appreciate it. Again, don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell button on YouTube. And if you're on Facebook, you can hit that like and bell button to get all notifications every time we go live here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. But our next event, Lee, will be, as we pack up our stuff here, will be with Evolution Racing League as we get ready to watch their truck series run around tomorrow night at 7:50 here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. But until then, hopefully everybody had a great Christmas, and we will catch you in the next event. Until then, God bless everybody. We love you all. Peace out.